Nigerian, you have your own problem to face. Believe it or not, my Cameroon friend, who is an ex-military, has been mocking me on social media. Even on my WhatsApp, he's mocking my president. That my president who could not even face his own country security wants to go and fight Niger. Niger, who is having a great support for Wagner from Russia. Oh boy, we are finished. Now, I want you guys to imagine on your own head that if Nigeria, we all know that Nigerian soldiers are good. Do you think this is the rightful time for we to even have another country problem on our head? Well, I want you guys to first of all watch this particular video.
Why do you think an attack on Niger, in line with Ecowas resolution, will amount to an attack on northern Nigeria? The territories are distinct.
Right. Right. I saw the piece before we started. I am really shocked. The primary responsibility of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to Nigeria and not to ECOWAS. He answers to us. He's not even addressed Nigerians and justify what he's going to do. He's gone to the Senate to ask for approval. There's no way to declare war. It's not easy declaring war. You're sending your men and women into harm's way to go and get killed and kill. I've said it clearly from the outset of that piece I wrote. I am not into political correctness. We in the North, we are tired of wars. We have been at war for 13 years. For 14 years now with Boko Haram, since 2009. And 9 years with bandits and kidnappers. And you're bringing a fresh war to us. And we share with Niger Republic, long before the creation of these two entities, Niger and Nigeria, we have shared heritages in our culture, in our religion, in our languages. And we share a border over 1,000 kilometers from the northwesterly end in Kebbi to the northeasterly end in Borno. We have Zabarmas in Nigeria and Niger. We have Hausas. They are the predominant tribe in Niger, 53%. We have Fulanis. We have Kanuris. The whole of Difa region around the northeast of Nigeria, they are Kanuris. So we're going to war and killing them for what? Before any president goes to war, he comes and explains to his people, these are the reasons why I'm going to war. What are the strategic importance, economic, security, or political strategic importance of going to war? What are the self-interests of that country in going to war? The people who are going to war on their behalf, the Western world, France and the United States, they know what their interests are. Their strategic interest is not the people of Niger or Nigeria, but what is underneath the soil of Niger and Nigeria.
Prof, well, is this really about ethnic identity?
Go ahead.
Is this about ethnic identity? The president approached the Senate as stated in Section 5 of the Constitution, because the president of Nigeria cannot go to war without the approval of the National Assembly at a joint session. Or he may not he may just seek the consent of the National Defense Council and send troops on limited combat duty. But he was talking specifically about resolutions of ECOWAS. He's chairman of ECOWAS, and Nigeria is a signatory to the Constitutive Act of ECOWAS on coups and military interventions in the region.
Right. So he's sounding like he's answerable more to ECOWAS than to Nigerians. We in Nigeria, 78% of the landmass of Nigeria, 7 states and 19 states in this country are saying no to an unprovoked war with Niger. It's not ECOWAS. His primary responsibility is to Nigerians, not to ECOWAS. He's not convinced us why he should send boots to the ground in Niger Republic. And for goodness sake, where are you going to get the troops from? The Nigerian military is stretched all across, deployed all across the 36 states of this country. Where is he going to get the troops from? Is he going to pull troops from the northwest, or the northeast, or the southeast? The only place there is some leeway is the southwest. And that will be a small number of troops. And he should be very, very careful. That is what I wrote there. He's going to do the bidding of the Western world. The fight in Niger is not our fight. It is going to be a proxy war between Russia and NATO. And this is what concerns me the most. We are being surrounded by countries now where you're having this proxy war between these two countries. And we're going to do their bidding. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not even settled down. He doesn't even have his team and is declaring war without consulting the people, without the consent of the people.
Okay.
No, we say no to war and we're not going to support any war.
Okay, I get your point. You had a number of recommendations, one of which is that diplomacy should be the best option. Where that diplomacy, as ECOWAS chair, President Tinubu had liaised with President Patrice Talon of Republic of Benin. He was the first person to go there. President Idris Deby of Chad was also sent there. The chief of air staff of Nigeria and the former governor of Katsina State, Aminu Masari, and one other were also sent there. They didn't make progress. Only this week, General Abdul Salami Abubakar and the Sultan were also sent, as a delegation, as part of a delegation, to talk to the coup leaders. In fact, they were not even granted the audience. So that diplomatic option has been pursued. It has failed. Are you suggesting that if the other ECOWAS chiefs, ECOWAS presidents, now that their army chiefs have met, if they decide to go ahead, Nigeria should just pull out? How would that make us look?
No, I'm saying if they decide to go, that will be wrong decision. And if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu takes the decision as the chairman of ECOWAS to go to war, he's doing that on his own.
No, but I'm saying that it's not a unilateral decision.
No.
It's a group decision.
No, Nigeria is Nigeria. And he is governing 200 million people. We have to give him approval to do that, even if he's the chairman of ECOWAS. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is more relevant to us than being the chairman of ECOWAS. We that know are telling him things that his advisors will not tell him. That going to war, sending troops into Niger Republic will be a disaster. Unprovoked. We have had our own share of military takeovers in Nigeria. Nobody sent troops to us.